So, hi everyone, I welcome you all to Project Asari's 15-week program. Today we're on week 7 and we'll be tackling tech, media, and pop culture. Before I begin with today's session, let us first understand why do we really even need to hear about this topic? Why do we need to learn about this topic, right? You need to understand that we live in a world where technology and media form the basis of our living. We're all on our phones constantly. We're looking at we watch a lot of we watch multiple movies, we watch multiple web series in a day, and we are consumed by so much information and so many ideas every second on a daily basis that our brain is unable to comprehend whatever is going on, right? And it is because of this very reason it becomes so important for us as debaters to learn how to control the media we consume and become rational thinkers. Now, before proceeding on, I want to clarify something. Today, that is Saturday, we'll be doing a knowledge building. Okay, so you'll be studying some concepts related to this particular theme. However, tomorrow, that is Sunday, you'll be tackling this theme on your own with the help of a practical application in the form of a debate. So that is why today there's not a lot of speaking that you will be doing, and I'm really sorry about that. But tomorrow is all about you guys, so do not get dejected if you don't get a chance to speak. But again, as it has been very constant in the last sessions, you will get a chance to speak, so do not worry about that. But okay, so now let's move on. Before moving on to this topic, let's first discuss a very important question that I'm very sure you might not know the correct answer to. Who do you think owns the media? Now, I'll be randomly calling people and I just want one word answers. Okay, no big lines, nothing. Tavgun, who do you think owns media? Tavgun, be quick.
I didn't.
It's okay, don't worry. Daksham, who owns the media? Daksham, don't.
I
Yeah.
think the global.
Hmm?
I think the global or national media.
Uh, okay. I'll take that. So you mean global and national organizations. Let's take organizations as a general word. Okay. Pavni, who owns the media?
I personally think that the media it can be owned by the people who create it or the influencers who use that.
All right. Vandita, who owns the media?
I think media is owned by the people who have created the applications like YouTube and Instagram.
All right. Inayat, who owns the media?
I think it's celebrities or famous personalities as reels and videos are filled with them.
All right. Okay, so let me summarize all of your answers. First, we heard that media is owned by different national and global organizations or institutions. Secondly, we heard that media is owned by people who actually create platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, etc. And thirdly, we heard that media is owned by these celebrities, these influencers that you watch on social media. I will buy that, that is correct, but let's expand this definition of who actually owns the media, okay? Now, here are six stakeholders who own the media. Before that, I need you to tell me, anyone randomly, what is a stakeholder? Quick answers, please. Stakeholder. Wait, let me see. Yeah, who raised their hands? Vridhi.
The people or the living beings which are being affected by the motion given to us.
Krishiv.
The people who are being affected by the emotion.
Vivan.
Hello.
Yes, Vivan. What's a
A
stakeholder?
state, a stakeholder is a person or a group that has an interest in or affected by something.
Okay, perfect. So I think we're all clear with the meaning of stakeholder, right? Just give me a quick thumbs up. If we are not, just wait. I'll explain it later. Okay, so maximum of you are okay. Perfect then. So stakeholders, there are 6 stakeholders who are actually involved in owning the media, and we're going to tackle them. Firstly, individuals and audiences. Individuals, like, okay, firstly, before you even like I start explaining this slide, the content that is written over here is for your reference later. Okay, do not start reading the content from here, do not start copying the content from here, because believe me, it's not going to help you. Just listen to me very very carefully, take some small notes if you want to take, and after this class ends, if you want to revise, you can then go through this content, then it will be easy. Otherwise, if you just start reading this content, you'll not understand. So just listen to me, don't focus on writing a lot, you'll get these slides. Okay, firstly, individuals. Now individuals means you and me, our parents, our teachers, all the people who actually use the media, right? Because we're not just consumers, we actually choose what to watch, what to share, or reject, right? Now we all have our favorite singers, we all have our favorite TV shows, we all have our favorite movies. So we act as consumers, that is, we consume media. If I like a particular singer, I consume the content of that particular singer. If my favorite show is Gilmore Girls, that means I choose to watch that show. I choose to consume the content of that show. So this is individuals, easy, nothing too difficult. Does everybody copy that? Okay, quick thumbs up. Perfect. All right. Technology platforms. So technology platforms, again, this is very easy. These are actually the platforms on which you watch such content. You watch Instagram reels, you watch YouTube shorts. These are all technology platforms which help you to amplify algorithms. Okay, I think we live in a world where everybody knows what's the meaning of an algorithm, right? Everybody, I mean, we constantly throw these terms saying, oh, it is based on the algorithm, based on the algorithm we are able to see this kind of content, right? So it means that the kind of platform that you use, for example, if you use Instagram and you are constantly looking at, say, um, reels related to foods, related to the best restaurants in your city, etc., that means the algorithm has seen what you like and it is giving you that particular kind of content. If you like sports, that and you watch a lot of reels which are related to sports, then your algorithm has decided that you like sports, and hence it will give you more and more reels which are related to sports. Do we all copy that again? Perfect. Thirdly, media and entertainment industry. Do we all know that there is a profession called journalism? Yes. So journalism is also a form of media, right? So in journalism, you, I mean, to simplify this term, journalism means the news people, the people who write articles related to different news, right? The people you watch on TV. For example, Palki Sharma. Does anybody know about Palki Sharma? She's a very famous journalist from First Post. Even if you don't know, just like go up and go after this class and search her up. She's a really good journalist. Now journalists are people who inform you about the things that are happening around you, okay? The things that are actually related to current affairs. So these people write articles about it. They write articles about it, they sort of come on TV and tell you the news. Now these people also decide the kind of content that you see and the kind of content that you hear, right? Now this was journalism. Let's take an easier example. Influencers, everybody knows what an influencer is nowadays. So for example, if you are someone who likes Yeah, let's say if you are someone who really likes sports, right, and if there's a sports person promoting a particular kind of potato chips, you are bound to buy that potato chips because your favorite sports person is advertising it. Do you get it? Do you get why these media and entertainment industries own media in this case? Do you all follow that? Okay, government and regulators, this is something you might not have heard before, and let me clarify. Do we all know that government actually has the power to own the media, to actually remove information from media that is not appropriate for you? Do we all know that? Or those who don't know about this, please just raise your hand so that I know how many people don't know it. Just quickly raise your hands if you don't know that the government has this power. Okay, I don't see any hands being raised. That means you all are very smart. Perfect. So the government has the power to remove certain kind of information if it thinks that it is not safe for the country of the people. Does everybody know that in 2020 India banned TikTok? You do? Please tell me why India banned TikTok. Who wants to tell? Inayat?
Maybe because it was like made in China, or the content over there which was being floated by various influencers that was inappropriate for the citizens of India.
Okay, Daksham?
because there was inappropriate things like, and children were using these apps.
Okay, Vivan? Vivan?
Because the content was not appropriate.
Okay, yes, so there are actually two reasons, and Inayat has actually covered both of them, and Daksham and Vivan have covered one of those reasons. So, firstly, and this big reason is that TikTok was owned by China, and in history, if you read history, not like very old history, but in like modern history, you will see that China and India have been rivals for a really long time. And if India and China are rivals and TikTok was made by China, Chinese media could actually take a lot of information from the Indian users and use it against India. How? Now, do we all know that in order to, when you like download any app, you have to put in your information as to what's your name, email ID, age, etc., right? Exactly. So, when you feed that into a system, it goes to the creators of that system. Now, because China was the creator of TikTok, and people in India who used TikTok had to create their accounts, so that means they were feeding in their personal information, and that personal information could be easily used by these Chinese officials to maybe go against India, to maybe do something which is not good for the people of India. That is why the government decided to remove TikTok in order to protect national security. Okay. Secondly, and this is also very recent, does everybody know that last year India and Pakistan had a bad situation in the month of May? Everybody knows, right? And this is a very good example actually. So India and Pakistan, all the flights that were present in, all the flights that had to like cross the Pakistani border stopped doing it, because again India and Pakistan were rivals. India and Pakistan had a lot of problems there, so that is why India thought that it is best to sort of stop operating flights over Pakistan. This is national security, nothing related to media. I don't know, it just came to my mind. Secondly, let's understand what actually then government this means. Okay, to elaborate more, does everybody know that, okay, has anybody heard about the term Godi media? Godi Media. Has anybody heard? Daksham, you've raised your hand. Okay, so Godi Media, it is a belief. Okay, it is a belief, not a fact. It is a belief that big national media houses are owned by the prime minister of our country. This is what a lot of people believe, and this is what Godi Media means, right? Because the government is controlling information around media, it is feeding us the kind of content we actually should see. So this is the role of government here. Do you all understand it? Just give me a quick thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Now next is businesses and advertisers. Again, this is also very easy, and you probably know a lot of examples about this. Now tell me, do we all have we all noticed that these influencers on Instagram or YouTube, they always say that, guys, you need to try this product changed my life, thank you this company for sponsoring this video, etc. Do we all hear these sponsorships and please you need to try this product ads in between videos? So yes, you've all given thumbs up, so yes, you've all heard about it. And these promotions, these sponsorships actually help two people: the businesses who are being promoted, and secondly the influencers, right? Because the influencers also get some sort of money when they promote these products, right? They also get some sort of royalty when they're promoting these products, and businesses are obviously getting free advertisement because they don't really have to do anything, they just have to use the influence of that particular influencer. So this is how businesses own media as well. Do we all understand? Okay, families, schools, and communities. Again, this is very easy and very, very important. In fact, the kind of environment that you come from also influences the kind of media that you consume and how you respond to media. So, if you come from an environment which likes to watch violent movies, which likes to listen to bad songs, you are bound to respond in a good manner towards those movies, towards those songs, because your environment is not responding as it should be to these bad forms of media. This is how communities influence the way you choose to respond to media. Do we all get it? Have we all understood? Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to please just quickly skim through all these six stakeholders. By that time, I'll just have a sip of water. If you do not understand even one of these stakeholders, just write it down and I'll explain it later. Just go through it quickly. Okay, I hope you've all gone through it. Now, before moving on to the next slide, now this is a fun slide, okay? We are going to answer some two interesting questions. These are, firstly, source credibility. We are more likely to believe information when it comes from someone we trust, admire, or see as knowledgeable, even if they are not an expert on the subject. Now let's see. You always go, let's take a small example which is unrelated to media. You go to your parents or go to your teachers when you have to do something really important. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. So all of you go to your teachers or your parents when you want to ask something. If the certain thing that you're doing or a certain competition that you're doing is right or wrong. I mean, take for example, when I enrolled all of you, I asked your parents if this is right for you. I asked for their permission that do you think this particular thing will be helpful for your child, because they are the ones who have the decision making power as long as you are under 18. I mean, of course you also have your opinion making, decision making power, but still largely for now that remains with your parents. That's why I asked them that are you comfortable with your child spending 2 hours of their weekend doing these classes, and once they said yes, I enrolled all of you. Similarly, if you are following someone you deeply desire or you deeply admire, you are bound to follow that person. Now take for example the rebel kid, right? She is a very good example of this source credibility. There are a lot of young girls who consider her as their role model, because she travels, she's independent, she does this, she does that, and all these young girls, they're very happy to see that someone is doing that independently, and they take inspiration from that. However, that has one implication, that has one problem, right? Because people sometimes trust so much, trust others they see online so much, that they start doing everything that that person is doing and do not think independently. Do we all agree, if somebody sort of admires someone, if you like sports and a certain sports person you admire is, say, promoting a potato bag of potato chips, right? And you don't like potato chips, which is a very rare possibility, but let's for example you do not like potato chips, but because your favorite sports person is promoting it, you are bound to buy it and you're bound to try it because you admire that person, right? And that is why it is very important that you actually check your source, you actually check whether the kind of claim that you are accepting is credible or not. Is it credible to you? Do we all get this? Okay. Secondly, opinion leadership. Some people have disproportionate influence. Big word for all of you today. Highly recommend if you would add this to your vocabulary of words you can use in debating. Some people have disproportionate influence over what others think. Disproportionate. Can anybody try telling me what do you think disproportionate influence means? Can anybody try? Any senior students who are here? It's okay, I'll break it down for you. Disproportionate influence. Now consider a group of 100 people. Okay, now there are two leaders, leader A and leader B. Out of 100 people, leader A has 80 followers and leader B only has 20 followers. Who has more followers? Who has more followers?
Leader A.
Exactly. So this is disproportionate influence. That
A.
means when certain people or certain organizations are given more importance than others. However, if in these 100 people, there's like 50 people for leader A and 50 people for leader B, that is proportionate influence, equal influence. So to understand this very easily, disproportionate means unequal influence. Okay. Now in this question, Dhruv Rathi. Now why did I take this person specifically? Because this person has a lot of fan following already. This person is famous. This person is famous to make a lot of political remarks, to make a lot of social remarks, and he has a lot of fan following, and people actually believe and trust his sources. That is why I took his example, right? So that is why sometimes people have a lot of disproportionate influence, unequal influence over what others think, discuss, and do. Their influence extends beyond entertainment. into politics, culture, and everyday behavior. Now, all of this might seem really wordy to all of you, but believe me, all of you do it. If you like a particular singer and they have a particular and they are promoting something that you do not require, say a particular shoes that they are promoting, you do not require shoes. You will still sort of coax your parents that please buy me that shoes because this particular person is promoting them, it must be good. This is literally what it means. It's not that difficult, it's just the words that might be making you dizzy, but believe me, it's very easy if you just try to break it down. Now, before I end this session, there's this one question that comes to my mind. Source credibility first, because firstly in source credibility you have to ask whether a claim that is presented is credible or not. In opinion leadership, we have to understand that it means that certain people have unequal influence over a lot of other people. So tell me, if one person can influence millions of individuals, when does individual influence become social influence? Vridhi.
When people like start taking the individual influence, like taking one person influence like their own, like they take only the opinion of one individual and they do not have their own opinion.
Okay, I'll buy that. Okay, guys, this is a question that is, I know it is a bit difficult to understand, but I will love to hear all of your answers because believe me, it's not that difficult. I'll explain it to you later, but just try what do you mean. To simplify it for you, if you are okay, imagine you all are a very famous person. Okay, you are really famous people, you have really big fan following. When do you think your choices will start um helping others, sorry, your choices will start be applying to others? When do you think that will happen? It's okay, just try saying anything, literally just repeat my words. I really do not have any problem, but just do not stop like speaking. Okay, come on, please, come on, I really need answers now. Cold calling, ask me.
Well, if like an individual influence, it can convert into like a major influence. Like if I say that you should try this, it's really good and it actually turns out to be right, so that one person will obviously spread it to others, right? That she is really good, she speaks the truth, and it actually helped me a lot, and so that one influence can convert into a million.
Exactly, ask me has simplified the question. That's perfectly a right answer. Again, I'll cold call Krishiv.
Yes.
Yes, did you listen to the question?
Yes. If I would be a famous person, if I would advertise some brand, so people can trust blindly and can tell millions of people so that that product can be bought.
Yes, actually, you are only influencing millions of people because you are a famous person. You are an individual, right? And because you have a lot of fan following, and when you are trying to promote a product, that product has already reached a millions of people because you had fan following. So that is when individual influence becomes social influence. It is when the choices you make start running in other people. Let me break this down for you, because I know, I think you all are really worried that what have I just said to you. Okay, let me break it down to you. um okay, perfect. So does have we ever had a situation where our friend bought something new to the school? You go at your place and you tell your parents that mama or papa, look, uh, this particular friend new got this new tiffin box. I know tiffin box is the last thing that you would want a new one, but even if you, let's take an example. Okay, your friend has brought a new tiffin box, and you tell your parents that please buy me a new tiffin box because this person has got a new tiffin box. Are you being influenced by that person? Yes or no? Okay, okay, just uh okay, all right, so you are being influenced. Okay, you are not being influenced, Daksham. It's okay, but over here we have to be influenced, okay, in order to understand it. Okay, so this is one example. Secondly, if okay, this is a very nice example. I called up your parents, right? I explained them about this project. I told them that these are the classes, this is the project, this is what we do. I just told them to please ask your children if they would be interested. I did not impose a compulsion on anybody to attend this project. But you all still came to attend this particular class. Did I influence you? Daksham, I did not influence you. Then why are you here? Yes, it's okay, Daksham. Don't get worried. I actually influenced you. So does that make me a famous person in this group of 8 people?
Didi, because you said to my mother that it is not compulsory, but the points you said to my mother, her heart was melted. That
That's
there was so many.
that's exactly what influencing means. You have to actually understand your audience, okay?